Okay, so in the last example, we looked at minimizing the time it takes for the swim legs, and that's what we've kind of looked at with the Hungarian method so far. It's all been about finding the smallest amount of time or for the smallest quote available for jobs and things like that. But you can also use the Hungarian method to maximize an assignment as well. What you have to do though is create what is called a deficit matrix, because then what you can do, the maximum allocation is done by using the Hungarian method to minimize the deficits. So what's the smallest deficit? I'll explain that in these examples. So what this first example was outlining is there was an English competition and there were 4 students and there was 4 sections and they needed to assign each student to the best combination of sections. So if we use the Hungarian method straight up, what it would do would actually do the opposite of what we want and give us our minimum, like our worst performers over the 4 sections. So what we have to do is subtract each of these numbers from the highest possible score, and because these are percentages, the highest possible percentage is 100, what they say here, 100. And so what they do first is subtract all of these numbers in this matrix from 100, and then you get this matrix here, okay? And then if you use the Hungarian method on this matrix, then it will mean that we've minimized like the deficit from our maximum, and then by minimizing the deficit, we get our best allocation, like our maximum allocation. Okay, so, and then you do the Hungarian method, and you get the best expected score is 326, with an average. If you divide that before, you get an average of 80 point something. Okay, so here we have, in this example, here we have 4 salespeople, and we want to assign them to 4 divisions after they've done their training. So after I think they've done a month or something like that in each section of the store, and they've all sold this amount of appliances and housewares and bedding and sound and TV. So they've sold a bunch of equipment, and this figure is like in thousands of dollars. So what we want to do is maximize the combination after they've done their training. We want to maximize the combination to try and sell the most amount of stuff in each department. So in the last example, we had a maximum score of 100%, but this time we don't have something like that, like it says here. So we're going to use Vincent's best figure because he sold 15,000. So we're going to assume that the maximum amount they can do is 15. So our deficit matrix here, deficit is going to be, let's subtract everything from 15. So it's going to be 3, 1, 0, and 4. Yeah, that's right. Okay, 15. Yes. Okay, I just had to double check there. And then 10, so 15, and then we subtract 8 from 15, we get 7, 7, 6, and 5. Up here we get 9, 6, 8, and 6. And finally, in this last column, we get 7, 1, 3, and 5. Okay, there we go. So that's our deficit matrix there. And now what we need to do is our row reduction on that. Okay, so let's do that. So our row reduction will be, I feel like I need to rewrite that matrix over here. Okay. Well, let's just do our row reduction. So row reduction. And it's exactly the same, so you can probably quit out now if you want to. It's just going to be the same as the last example. So let's look at this one. So the smallest is 3, so we're going to get 0, 4, 6, and 4. I'll try and remember them. So 0, 4, 6, 4. The next row, smallest is 1, so we're going to get 0, 6, 5, 0. 0650. So zeros in this one, so it's 0683. Oops. 0683. And this last one, 4, is a small one, so 0121. Oops, 0121. Excellent. So now I don't have to flip. Okay, so now column reduction. Column reduction matrix. So 0, 0, 0, and 0. It's a nice easy one. This one will be 3, 5, 5, and 0. So the smallest is 1. This next one, 4, 3, 6, 0. And then 4, 0, 3, and 1. Gee, my matrix is starting to get a little bit wobbly on this one. Column reduction. And now, oh yeah, sorry, I was meant to do the whole crossing out. We had 2 there. We had 1, 2, and 3 here. So we have to go to the Hungarian method. I'm not really explaining things now. If you need more explanation, go back to the area videos because I actually do explain it properly in those ones. Okay, Hungarian method. So our smallest uncrossed number is 3. Okay, so let's go across the rows. So that one was crossed once, so it's 0, and then 0, and then we subtract it from that one, and then this one leaves it the same. Okay, so remember, only crossed once, it stays the same, uncrossed is subtracted, and double crossed is you add it to it. So this one again is 0, and then we have 2, and then we have 0, and then we have 0. Okay. So 0 again, and then 5 minus 3 is 2 again, and then 6 minus 3 is 3, and then 3 remains the same. Okay, the double crossed. We have a 3, and then we have a 0, and we have another 0, and we have a 4. Okay, excellent. So let's see, cross 1, cross 2, cross 3, and cross 4. Excellent. Cool. So now we can assign the tasks. So we just have to go back and have a look at who was doing what. So we had Tony, Ursula, Vincent, and Wendy. And then what was it? Appliances, houseware, bedding, and sound. Appliances, houseware, bedding, sound. Okay. So now we can go Tony, Ursula, Vincent. Sorry, my U looks a bit like a V. U and W, Wendy. And then appliances, houseware, bedding, and sound. Okay. Activate. So Tony can be assigned to appliances and also housewares. Ursula can be assigned to appliances. So just remembering, I'm going across and looking at the zeros. So Tony was in this zero and this zero. So I draw arrows the first two. Ursula 0 in the first column and the third and the fourth. So Ursula can go to first, first, third, and fourth. Vincent can only be assigned the first one, and Wendy the second and third option there. But not that one. No. I don't think I can raise that. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I'm lucky. Okay, so Wendy goes to housing and bedding. Alrighty. So we'll start with Vincent because Vincent can only be in appliances. Vincent is only appliances. That means that Tony has to be in housewares. That's just messy. Okay, so Tony is only in housewares. Who else is in housewares? So Wendy was also in housewares. So she can only be in bedding, which leaves Ursula with sound. Alright, and if we go back now, so Vincent's in appliances, so 15 for him. Tony was in housewares, 8. And Wendy is in bedding, which leaves Ursula sound in TV. Okay, so we can just go then. So I'm not going to go over to the other side. So the expected sales, just add them all up, equals 15 plus 8 is 23, 23 plus 9 is 32, 32 plus 14 is 46, and just remember it's in thousands. So the expected sales is 46,000.